VBT Technique 101. Lord Shiva says, believe omniscient, omnipotent, pervading. Meaning, believe that you are omniscient, all-knowing. Believe that you are omnipotent, all-powerful. Believe that you are pervading, all-pervading. This is the truth. Consciousness. You are omniscient, omnipotent, all-pervading. VBT Technique 102. Lord Shiva says, imagine spirit simultaneously within and around you until the entire universe spiritualizes. Meaning, imagine spirit simultaneously within and around you until the entire universe spiritualizes, until you feel that all distinctions have disappeared, all boundaries have dissolved, and the universe has become just an ocean of energy. That is the fact, also. Consciousness. Universe spiritualization. VBT Technique 103. Lord Shiva says, with your entire consciousness in the very start of desire, of knowing, no. Meaning, avoid with your entire consciousness in the very start of desire, of knowing, no. In that very moment simply know, look, see. Don't do anything. Nothing else is needed. All that is needed is that your total being should be there present. Your total presence is needed. Consciousness. Present-minded. VBT Technique 104. Lord Shiva says, O Shakti, each particular perception is limited, disappearing in omnipotence. Meaning, whatsoever we see is limited. Whatsoever we feel is limited. All perceptions are limited. But if you can become aware, then every limited thing is disappearing into the unlimited. Look at the sky. You will see a limited part of it. Not because the sky is limited, but because your eyes are limited. Your focus is limited. But if you can become aware that this limitation is because of the focus, because of the eye, it is not the sky that is limited, then you will see the boundaries melting into the unlimited. Otherwise, existence is unlimited. Consciousness. Remove limitation of perceptions. VBT Technique 105. Lord Shiva says, in truth forms are inseparate. Inseparate are omnipresent being and your own form. Realize each as made of this consciousness. Meaning, even your form and the form of the whole existence is inseparate. You are one with it. Yes, I am one with the universe and the universe is one with me. Consciousness. You and universe are not separate. VBT Technique 106. Lord Shiva says, feel the consciousness of each person as your own consciousness. So, leaving aside concern for yourself, become each being. Meaning, feel the consciousness of each person as your own consciousness. In reality it is so, but it is not felt so. You feel your consciousness as yours, and others' consciousnesses you never feel. At the most you infer that others are also conscious. You infer because you think that because you are conscious, other beings like you must be conscious. Consciousness. Become each being. VBT Technique 107. Lord Shiva says, this consciousness exists as each being, and nothing else exists. Meaning, if you close your eyes and try to find out who you are, ultimately you are bound to come to a conclusion that you are consciousness. 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 VBT Technique 108. Lord Shiva says, this consciousness is the spirit of guidance of each one. Be this one. Meaning, consciousness is the Guru and follow the Guru and be it. Consciousness. Consciousness is the Guru. VBT Technique 109. Lord Shiva says, suppose your passive form to be an empty room with walls of skin, empty. Meaning, avoid and then suddenly start feeling your body is just walls of skin and there is nothing inside. There is no one inside, the house is vacant. Sometimes you will feel thoughts passing, clouds of thoughts moving, but don't think that they belong to you. You are not. Just think that they are roaming in a vacant sky. They don't belong to anyone, they don't have any roots. Consciousness. Empty room with walls of skin. VBT Technique 110. Lord Shiva says, gracious one, play. The universe is an empty shell wherein your mind frolics infinitely. Meaning, this dimension of play has to be applied to your whole life. Whatsoever you are doing, be there in that activity so totally that the end is irrelevant. It may come, it has to come, but it is not on your mind. You are playing, you are enjoying. Consciousness. Play aware life. VBT Technique 111. Lord Shiva says, sweethearted one, meditate on knowing and not knowing, existing and non-existing. Then leave both aside that you may be. Meaning, meditate on knowing and not knowing, existing and not existing. Meditate on the positive aspect of life and then on the negative. Then put both aside because you are neither. Then leave both aside that you may be. Consciousness. Knowing, not knowing, existing, not existing. VBT Technique 112. Lord Shiva says, enter space, supportless, eternal, still. Meaning, avoid enter space, supportless, eternal, still. 3 qualities of space have been given in this technique. Supportless, there can be no support in space. Eternal, it can never end. Still, it will be soundless, it will be silent. Enter this space, it is within you. Consciousness. Space.